Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we currently have an idle construction ship, and that is of course bad. We don't want to have an idle construction ship, so we are instead going to get this going with a very crappy indeed habitat. This is not going to be phenomenal, but we're going to get a habitat going here, and that will be fine for now. Bumping this up to fastest speed, not like it's going to be tremendously fast, but it will be fastest. This is as fast as it's gonna go. So that is phenomenal, and we're going to check in here. So we need 85,000 alloys, 2,166 minor artifacts. Okay, the minor artifacts are definitely going to be the hardest part of this. They're certainly going to be our bottleneck. That's not surprising. We'll continue to reinforce what we can. And we've got 3 corvettes coming in here. Nothing going into these other fleets at this time. Noted. I'll hit the reinforce all button again. It's additional corvettes. Okay. So that is fine for now. We're just trying to build corvettes, it seems. Whatever. We'll continue to work on that. We have a Habitat Central Complex in Steridin finishing up very soon. What else do we have going on here? I'm just wondering how we're going to be doing on our influence. It seems like we're doing okay on the influence. 9+. Oh my, okay. So we should definitely be resettling from this generator world over to somewhere with jobs. Here works. There we go. Now we've got this industrial world here. Same scenario here. We're going to be resettling to somewhere that has available jobs. And then we've got this mining world. On this mining world, I do want to put in a mining district. That'll be fine. Do we want to max this out? We've got 6 available districts. So this is going to put us up to 5 here. Okay, I kind of want to split the difference. So we're going to do something like that. But we'll have 1 more mining district than we have generator districts. That'll be okay for the moment. And we're doing fine on our amenities. We might want to put in an ancient refinery for right now. That said, that does cost minor artifacts to build, so that will slow us down a little bit, but I'll get that queued up. We'll still have an empty building slot here. I'm not sure what we want to do with that one just yet. So we've got this generator world that just needs a capital upgrade. No problem. Now we've got this factory world here. This is full, and we're going to resettle these guys for now over to Alpha Centauri Science. Looks fine. We've got this generator world here, same scenario. This needs a resettlement. So over to Alpha Centauri Science you go. Then we've got this forge world here. Again, it is full for the moment. And we're going to send them over to Alpha Centauri Science, which is now also full for the moment. So that is noted. Next up, we've got this mining station. There's actually a lot that we can do on this mining station still. I'm just going to max this out with industrial districts. Fantastic. Then we've got Azalash, which is of course full, and we're going to send them over to Nahal Science. That'll work. Now we've got this generator station here. I want to get these 3 astro mining bays. Then I want to put in an ancient refinery, an alloy foundry, as soon as this autosave is over, an alloy foundry. I want to put in a civilian industry. I want to put in a Ministry of Production. And then we're just going to max this out with industrial districts. Now, there's a tile blocker here. Okay. We'll remove that tile blocker. I'll put that as top priority for now. So we'll get that done. That'll be fine. Rodenic is still going to need a tiny amount of work, but that will keep it busy for a while. That looks good for now. We'll just upgrade all 3 of these for the time being, and then we'll build in some reactor districts, and then I'm going to max out the astro mining bays here. Cool. That'll do for now. We've got Leloria. This is basically the same story. We're going to build these 3. We're going to build astro mining bays, reactor districts, and then from here, we could... Hang on, do we have the ability to build a Ministry of Production here? Not yet, so I'm going to hold off on going further on that. Okay, so we'll upgrade our energy nexus, build 3 reactor districts here. Similarly, we can't build a Ministry of Production here yet, so we'll just call that good for now. And that's actually all of our unemployment. Okay, that looks good. The Tigris is currently no longer constructing. We've finished up our construction in Skiridon, and I do want to definitely colonize this. So let's get some post-Carpetanians in there. Also, do we have any species issues? We actually kind of do. We're going to need to set these guys over to assimilation. There we go. That looks good. And then, of course, we're going to have to head into Skiridon, and we need to build ourselves a few orbitals. So a major orbital, a minor. We're going to build a minor up over here. This will be a major. We'll build a major here. Do we have any moon or anything over this way? No. Okay. So we don't need to build anything over these two worlds. That looks fine. We'll build a major orbital over the star. We'll build a minor here. And then a major. And then a minor. And then a major. And then we'll come up over here and build a major. And that should be everything that we need the Tigris to do for now. So that looks good. What are we at for minor artifacts? We did spend some of those on buildings. Okay, so we're 86. That's enough to get some going anyway. We'll hit the reinforce all button, and unfortunately the 5th Fleet 9 is not being reinforced at this time, but it will get there eventually, I'm sure. Okay, so we're going to hit this one more time. We were getting like 3 Corvettes per month. Okay, well, we're going to be very close to done with these Corvettes, so that's looking reasonable. Excellent. There's another orbital finishing. We now have a planet with low stability. I'm trying to control Q it, and that is not actually working. Okay, cool. So that is good to know. We do have Fagor Prime here. This is a research station. Let's just, for the moment, put in a robotic assembly complex. We're also going to want to put in a mineral purification plant for the time being. This is a generator station here. Fair enough. We're going to put in an energy grid. What else do we have notifications on that apparently we're not getting notifications on? Fantastic. Thanks, Stellaris. Okay, so Alpha Centauri here. The problem is a lack of amenities. Fair enough. We'll put in a holo theater. That should solve the problem, and we'll also upgrade our robotic assembly complex as long as we're in there. That seems fine. So now we've got Skiridon Prime here, which we need to build a planetary administration on. We've also got another capital upgrade to do here, so that looks good. Alpha Centauri Secundus, huh? Yeah, that's the one we already dealt with. Why is that stability so low? Ah. That would do it. It'll come up once these guys get assimilated. Okay. Yep, that seems fine. The only pops on that planet are currently being assimilated. They just had all of their rights revoked. So, yeah, they're gonna be a little angry. That makes sense. I'm fine with that. So, at this point, I want to check in on our construction ships again. There's not a whole lot needing to be done. We're gonna head over to Eptrabon here with the Susquehanna, and that'll be fine. We just want to grab this astral thread. Speaking of astral threads, yeah, we can grab physics insights and astral boost. Perfect. Okay, so we're up to 114 minor artifacts. Let's reinforce all here. That's going to get us all of the corvettes that we needed, as well as, I think, all of our destroyers and cruisers and our battleships. So I think this fleet is maxed out now. Yeah, we're building corvettes out over here now. Perfect. So that is very, very good. We're making fantastic progress on that front. So that all looks good. We're going to be building for a while yet. We've got a fair amount of upgrades to do. We're at 239 influence, but we still have a fair number of worlds to go here. Hi, Rimok Mining. You need a job. Okay. Let's max out the reactor districts here. And then we're going to max out the astro mining bay. So that's going to be all of our districts, and that's understood. Cool. So that seems fine for now. What else do we potentially need? Akelum. This is a refinery station right now. I mean, it's not going to remain that for very long. But sure, I guess that's fine. We're going to want a holo theater here. And then we're going to want to build in a Ministry of Production. We're going to want a civilian industry. And we're going to want an alloy foundry. Did I just see that that was not unique? No, I did not. Okay, perfect. That would have been very strange indeed. And then we're going to max this out with industrial districts. So something along the lines of that. Cool. So that is all looking good. We do have a good amount of unity. We could maybe do some planetary upgrades, but for now, I'm not too concerned about that. That's just going to get more and more expensive, right? So that is fine.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Cool. So, at this point, we have 197 influence. That's understood. What do we have as far as construction ships coming open soon? Well, the Susquehanna will very soon. Very, very soon, in fact. Okay. Yeah, these are going to be busy for a little bit yet. But this is going to be done incredibly soon. So where are we going to want to go next in terms of orbital ring construction? We have a construction ship over at Rimok, Alpha Centauri. We have a construction ship at Styridon. Robelius, we have a construction ship there. Kadraka, I guess Golba
Construction project
is the answer.
concluded.
Okay, so we're going to head over to Golba. We'll get moving as soon as this autosave is over. There we go. Now we'll move up to Golba. And once we arrive here, looks like we've got 3 worlds here. So we're going to be looking to build an orbital ring around all 3 of them. And this is going to cost us 150 influence. And then after that, we're going to look to put in a habitat here too. So that's going to be another 160. That's going to be a fair amount of influence, no doubt about that. We don't quite have enough to do that right now, but we'll get there very soon, in theory. Okay, so energy weapon damage. We can do activating the L gate. I don't know that we actually want to do this. We're grabbing mining drone laser right now, which is just going to instantly finish. Sure, why not? That seems fine. Just waiting on that to finish to see what we get next. Is it going to activate the L gate?
Research concluded.
It is. Okay, so that is 11 months out. To that end, I'm going to get ourselves a new construction ship, I know, and I'm going to get a new science ship as well. In fact, I'm going to get 3 science ships and 2 construction ships. All of this is intended to go to the L cluster and hopefully get us that. So, we're going to be done with this in just a few days. I should not be here because that's very laggy. So we don't want the Volga selected. Okay. Now we're going to need to find the nearest L gate. Just waiting for these to finish up. There we go. Okay, so we want to select all of these and all of our construction ships except the Volga here. All of these guys are going to need to go to an L gate. And I don't know which one. We need to find one, first of all. That's kind of a mission here. The L gates are, okay, there's an L gate over here in Eye of Ball. That's pretty close to our territory. Yeah, let's go there. So we're going to go enter orbit of the L gate here. It's going to take us not quite 6 months to get there. We do need something here. That is, of course, going to be a robot assembly plant. There we go. Any other job issues here? Yes, actually, Toziad. We can certainly put in a mineral purification hub. We can max out our reactor districts here, build astro mining bays. Then we're going to want to have a Ministry of Production is fine, but we're also going to want a holo theater. We're going to want a civilian industry, and we're going to want an alloy foundry. We may want to put in an ancient refinery here as well, and then max out the industrial districts, and we've still got 3 building slots, so I'm not sure exactly what we'll put there just yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. Now we've got this forge world. Oh, wow, this can really develop a lot in terms of its forging. Okay. I want to build roughly 1 trillion industrial districts here. There we go. I'm also going to start making this into an... I'm going to start ascending this world. This is going to be a very powerful world once we get this filled out. We should probably start moving pops to it, to be honest. Okay. The rest of this is all fine. Any idle construction ships? Yes, we've got the Rubicon over here in Camthrin. That's okay, we're going to build our mining stations there, and then we'll head up to Litugena, and we'll build a starbase up over there. Cool. Okay, a Leviathan has been defeated. I don't really care. All of these guys are going to be arriving in Aya Ball very shortly. That looks good. And what do we need for our fleet replenishment at this point? The biggest thing is 1881 minor artifacts, and we've got 279 right now, so I mean, we've got, like, over 10% of what we need, but it's going to be a little rough. Let's get these Corvettes going. That is, I think, not all of the Corvettes for this fleet yet, but that's okay. So these guys are all going to be idle out over here. That's going to be throwing me off a little bit, but the Merrimack 2 and the Africa 2, both of those are going to be idle. So for now, that is fine. Ish. It's fine-ish. We have a million notifications over here again, so let's just go... Oh, that scrolled down way further than anticipated. Let's bring this down to here. There we go. And this mining station needs a robotic assembly plant. That'll do for now. We can also put in... This is going to be a pretty decent industrial world. We can put in a mineral processing plant. And then 3 astro mining bays. And then we'll do the rest of that industrial, but we're not large enough to build a Ministry of Production just yet. So that seems reasonably fine. Now we've got this fortress world here. This is maxed, so I want to resettle these guys, and I want to do this over to... Where are we? Varanus Black Hole Prime has a lot of jobs available. But what I really want to find here is Euskepius. Actually, let's check in on Varanus Black Hole Prime. That's right here. Those are pretty much all metallurgist jobs. And we can upgrade our alloy mega forge here. That's pretty spicy. Okay, Varanus Black Hole Prime would indeed work. So that is absolutely okay. Let's head to Zakati Fortress, and we're going to go for Varanus Black Hole Prime. So that is going to be a lot of jobs that we need here. Actually, I guess Anaconus Prime works as well. We have a lot of places that need jobs. That's a mining station. Where is Varanus Black Hole Prime? I do want to put this into places where they will likely become foundry workers. So here we go, Varanus Black Hole Prime. Over we go. Why are you a pre-sapient? Okay. Because we don't elevate them is the answer. That is fine. So we're going to continue to head down this list here. What else do we have? This is a generator world? Okay, sure. This is not going to be fantastic in other categories. We can build a mining district and a mineral purification plant and then max out these districts here. Then we only have 2 districts left. Do we have any additional expansion to do here? The answer is no. Okay. So that is noted. Absolutely. Let's put in a mineral purification plant here on Mendoc Prime. I would also like to upgrade the planetary administration here. We'll max out here, and then we'll build a few mining districts, and then from there we'll look to expand our industrial. We're going to have some building slot issues here, though. We'll see what we get with that a little later on. So this is a generator district. This is fine. We're going to build astro mining bays. We're going to build reactor districts. Looks good. And what else do we need here? That's actually all of it. Okay, beautiful. So these guys are going to be idle for the time being. There's not much we can do about that. We just have them in position, waiting. They are just waiting. So their goal, of course, is to go through the L cluster, and hopefully, with the jump on when this happens, we'll be able to grab it. If it hasn't already. I don't think it has, though. The L gates have not been activated. So I'm 90% sure that the L cluster does not yet exist. So we'll get there, and hopefully we'll end up getting all of it. We should probably be banking as much influence as we can for that opening, to be honest. When is that going to happen? 4 months? Yes, we should be banking influence at this time. Cool. So that seems okay. I'm also very, very interested in continuing to get our ships rebuilt. That is something that does need to happen. How are we doing on that? 1608 minor artifacts, and we currently have 91. Okay, now we have 119. It's still not great. 454. We pretty much have the dark matter we need. Okay, that is absolutely noted. 56,000 alloys? Sure. We are still maxed on Titans. That seems fine for now. Okay. We have science chips without leaders over here. What? Yeah, we have 3 science chips here. These do definitely need leaders. We're going to put these guys in. There we go. That'll be fine. And the Indus requires orders. It just finished up this habitat complex, and we are going to build some post-Carpetanians to colonize that. Now we need to build the orbitals. So, first things first. This is going to be a major orbital here, minor, major, and then we'll need to head out over this direction. This will be a major orbital. Cool. And then we'll head down this direction. This will be a major. This will be a major. This is a very close-in planet here. Major orbital here. It's even got a moon. Okay. Minor orbital here. We're going to build a minor here. This will be a major. And that is this system done. Next up, we need to come down over here. Major orbital. This will be a major orbital. And this will be a major orbital. Okay, that should be Kadraka good to go. Fantastic. So over in Eye of Ball, how are we doing? We are 3 months away from activating the... Actually, 2 months away from activating the L-Gates. Okay. We're banking up the influence, so we should be relatively good on that front. While we're waiting, let's just check through to see if there's any more jobs we need here. And in fact, there are. Mars Generator can be resettled over to somewhere that needs jobs, like Pharaonis Black Hole Prime. Makes a lot of sense. What else do we have going on in our jobs list here? Well, the answer is Tiersonia. We can get an upgrade here. That sounds good. I'm also going to build this Astro Mining Bay. We're going to put in a Ministry of Production. I'm going to put in a Ancient Refinery. Eventually. There we go. Autosave. Alloy Foundry, a Civilian Industry, and then we're going to max out these industrial districts. There we go. That'll be fine for now. Anything else? Yes, Aculum needs an upgrade. That looks fine. This is going to be most of our districts here. That's understood. We'll have 4 districts remaining to put into industry. And we're going to need to get these built for building slots, so this is all fine. We'll leave that be for the moment. There's definitely additional upgrades to be done there, though. Okay. Although we've accumulated a lot of information about the L-Gates and their technology, we're not in possession of an actual gate. Before this project can continue, we must gain ownership of a system with an L-Gate. Interesting. Very interesting. Can we do that? Actually, yes, we can, with the Mechpuck's protectors. Okay. I'm wondering right now about, do we have any vassals? No. I thought that we'd be able to get through with them being, with having one in our federation. Apparently that's not the case. Okay, so we may never actually be able to open the L cluster. Well, I guess we'll just disband all of these then. Interesting. So we could theoretically come up here and take this one from the Mechpuck's protectors. That is an option. That is, I think, the only option that we have, for the record. Also, I'm wondering, would these guys be willing to subjugate us? Or rather, be subjugated? They require excellent relations or 50 trust. If our relations are not actually going up, that said, they're upset about our terror bombing. I see. Indeed. So, the trust here is not necessarily as high as we would like it to be. We may want to just... We can't even propose subjugation here. Can we demand subjugation? I don't think so. We could do a vassalized subjugation war goal here. I don't think we want to do this right now, though. Reason being, it's time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue to work on maxing out our fleet here. We're incredibly close now. I thought that we'd get here this episode, but we are short on minor artifacts. If we didn't have that relic mistake, but alas, we did. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.